Hello, 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 and welcome back to Avatar Legends. We are finally back. We missed about 2 weeks, I think.
Yes.
Around that,
Yeah,
yes.
but that's okay. At least I had a game again yesterday of Dragonbane on my channel, and it got me thinking I might pick up gameplay streaming again.
Oh,
Because when we are not able to stream a tabletop RPG, I might just do that. Play
it's
a
a good
game.
alternative. Yeah,
Makes sense.
So that at least we have something to watch.
yes.
Now we are back, of course, with the homies, with the crew. Don is here, but he is not feeling him as lookable as normal. Let's call it that. So he is here. Let yourself be known, Don.
What if I don't wanna? Just kidding.
He's here.
Yes, I'm still here.
I couldn't hear Dawn. Hold on. Wait, what's happened?
Can you not hear me? Can
They're
anybody hear
talking
me?
right now, so.
I'm gonna rejoin the video.
Oh, great.
Sorry.
I hear him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I don't.
Weird. Yeah, we had some issues with video a few weeks back, also with Dragonbane, and the only way to fix that was just creating a completely new channel on the video website, separate from this one. Because I thought maybe the problem is that I have had this one too long, that some things just mess up. But I've
Fair, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, everyone, mic check, 1, 2.
No, not yet. Just mic check. Also, new URL for.
Okay, we can at least hear you.
Release.
Something.
There.
Yes.
Done.
There we go.
I'm here.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Mic check.
We are here. So I am, as always, your dungeon, your tavern keeper, Skoon, and I will be playing the blind airbender Tufan, who is the broken playbook. And who are you playing, Phoenix?
Yes, I'm Phoenix. I'm playing Gothan Ayahuasca. Just call him Goth, and he is the bold playbook. And he is a waterbender, and who uses puppets, which is definitely not going to lead him into blunt bending. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And who are you playing, Dawn?
I am playing Karma, the icon airbender, also pro bender, who is currently being barred from playing this season because of the strange attacks happening.
I mean, nobody's barring you specifically from playing.
I feel like the people who are melting my
Messing, yeah.
friends' faces off, I think they might be barring me from playing a little bit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And this game is run by the one, the only, none other than Elise.
Hi. Yes. Hello. I run this game. I will be playing everyone else.
It's
Yeah.
a big task.
It is.
Yeah, all those voices.
All those voices. Somebody's got to do it. I've not even given you guys an old woman yet.
No, and I know your old woman. It's so good.
We took away our old woman, actually.
Yeah,
Well,
we had
that-
him.
I did.
Well,
This is true.
funny story. Old woman is how I met him. He was playing in a game on Rincon with me, and he was playing an old woman, and it was just the greatest roleplay that I've experienced in real life. And ever since he joined this channel, it's been a blast.
I think the moment where I was going to be invited to this stream was when I just sort of role played. Have a candy, sweetie. You deserve it.
Yeah. And I love good roleplay. Everyone who watches this more often knows that I am not someone that loves role-playing games that are focused on combat. No, give me like it is in the name, roleplay.
Mhm.
That's what is important for me. So let's get into the game.
So, where we ended off 2 weeks ago, I'm just going to give the shortest of recaps ever. Where we ended off last week.
Here, okay.
Here, enjoy. Where we ended off last week, you guys had all tracked down a stolen airbending scroll through the hideout, the previous hideout of Tufan's crew, and through a secret tunnel. Insert song here. You emerged into the courtyard of a local broadcasting station. Very specifically, this is one of the centralized locations for radio broadcasting in Republic City. And you noticed that the footsteps of the person you had been following, one of Tufan's old crew by the name of Van Valek, her footprints disappeared on top of a set of scaffolding where there were 3 windows. In the first window, you saw an office that was very plushly decorated. There was a platypus bear, stuffed platypus bear in the corner. Currently, it was empty when you guys got there. Now there is a person sitting inside, and that person is Rang Lu. It is a reporter who has, for the last decade or so, reported on pro bending. He has, in fact, run into you guys a couple of times, has bothered mostly Goth and Karma over what's going on, because, oh my goodness, can you believe one of your own players got attacked? Please give me an exclusive scoop now. There was a second window that had a very plain-looking office worker in it. She just appeared to be typing away at something. Tufan did identify that her shoes are not wet. They did not match the footprints that had been being made. And the third window is not directly connected to the scaffolding. The third window would be a feat of acrobatics in order to get through, which is, I think, where we left off last session. For Tufan's information, because he was also trying to track the amount of breathing that he could hear, currently you hear the breathing of 4 people when you stand on the side of the scaffolding that is closest to the window, like separated from the scaffolding. Or if you stand on the side of the scaffolding that has Rang Lu's office, you would hear the breathing of 5 people.
So I do hear one person more than there is here.
Yes.
Because we are with 3.
Yes.
Then you have Ran Lu in the office. It's 4.
Yeah.
And then there's one more. I'm going to try and find that 5th breathing. And heartbeat, I think I might hear as well. I'm not a superhuman, but I might hear a faint heartbeat.
I think only if they're like really, really anxious or had just been like exerting themselves would you hear a heartbeat.
Okay.
You are still human.
Yeah.
Can you roll me, please, assess the situation?
Let's move, assess. So angry. Always angry. Wow.
That's
Full hit. 2 6s.
Oof. All right, starting out with a bang then. What would you like to know? You're just trying to track down where that breathing is coming from?
I'm gonna tracking down where that breathing is coming from, and after I found it, I want to know who it is. Of course, that's what we're trying to find out. If it's the one that we're looking for or not.
So, pacing back and forth on the scaffolding, you are able to identify that there are 6 sources of breathing total. There is one from the woman sitting in the office. It sounds like she's anxious, but she's not been running or anything like that. You hear the breathing from Goth, from Karma, and from yourself. And then you also hear the breathing from two people, or at least two sources within Rang Lu's office. The first is Rang Lu himself, who is sitting currently at his desk. And again, it's not heavy breathing, it's not exerted breathing. If anything, maybe he climbed a set of stairs that he was a bit out of shape for, but nothing that's like sprinting full force through a tunnel. And the other source of breathing that you hear is also coming from, it's almost like the side of Rang Lu's office, near the bookshelf and the stuffed platypus bear and the door.
I don't know. Lies, is your microphone a little bit making noise?
I think that's Dawn. I've double checked it.
There is a noise coming from one of the mics.
Yeah, if I turn down Dawn, I don't hear it anymore.
I just reset my mic, so hopefully that...
I do see it coming from player 4, and that is Dawn. Now it's gone. Okay.
Sounds like it's fixed. Technical issues always a bit of a bother.
I don't hear the ticking. That's the weird thing.
I do hear it, and I heard it coming from Dawn. I was double checking. I was turning everyone down to see who it came
Okay.
from.
Thank you, Oliver.
Yeah. So that is what you get with Assess the Situation. You would have also remembered that the footprints on the scaffolding seem to lead into Rang Lu's office. However, you had not seen any footprints inside once the papers had been picked up.
Mm-hmm. So, I identified all the breathing I heard.
Yes.
And I haven't found the guy we're looking for.
You only see 5 people. You don't see any people. Never mind. I've caught myself. It's fine. I could tell you that Goth, you and Karma only see 5 people.
But I also only hear/feel 5 people. Six. I want to know where the 6th one is then.
I said there's one in the office. There's 3 on the scaffold with you.
Yeah.
There's one in the office that's typing away on the typewriter. There's one in Rang Lu's office near the desk, and there is one near like the bookshelf, the platypus bear, the door, somewhere in there.
Are you bringing something back from the last season?
I'm doing nothing of the sort.
No. Okay, I'm gonna look in the platypus bear.
You're gonna look.
You know what I mean.
So I will let you know. That currently, you 3 are all still hidden. Last session, you did choose to hide.
Mhm.
In order to look in the platypus bear, you would need to get into the office with Rang Lu, which would likely reveal yourself.
And I don't know if is there. I would say this might be a live up to my principle thing.
Okay.
As in reinventing myself, because I want to push a air current towards the platypus bear to feel if it's just stuffing or there's literally someone in there.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
So that means I may roll with my principle, but I do have to mark a fatigue. Still had a fatigue from last time, so. That is a 9. So that's a hit.
10? Oh, that's a 9. Okay. With a hit, you would be able to notice that the inside of this platypus bear is not filled with stuffing. You would also be able to notice that there was a large rip in this platypus bear on one of its legs that seems to have been stitched up later. And inside, as you're sort of focusing really intently on where the air currents go and how it changes and shifts around this room, you would notice that the breathing is coming from inside the platypus bear suit. And there is likely a person in there.
Okay, and I'm going to... This is going to mostly be a comedic thing, because it is something that they would do in Avatar. I'm going to use the logic, if I can't see them, they can't see me. So I'm just going to stand up, walk into that office, and go to the platypus bear.
Stop.
Too late.
Try and stop them.
You can roll me something.
Hmm.
I want to call for like a grapple check, but that doesn't exist.
No.
So would it be? No, it would not be.
You can push your luck.
Would be... Oh, it's technically not calling me out.
No, it's
No.
not.
I would say that you could push your luck if you want to push your luck.
I have something against that. I think I do have a
Is
move.
someone using my playbook?
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the options.
Because I was checking stuff as well, and I saw this thing change.
I can technically also use my little furry friend, best friend, for push my luck.
This is true.
Yeah.
So as I see them walk forward, I stick my hand out, and from the sleeve, the snake comes out, and just makes it a little hot, a bit too hot for Tufan to, maybe sense that there's something wrong there, and they should stop moving.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for it.
So then I can roll with. I'll just use this. There we go. S7.
So, Gotham, you feel just a dart of heat shoot past you and stand like right underneath where you were going to put your foot to climb into the window. Do you keep going or do you stop?
God, why is your little snake right under my feet?
Because there's another person in the room, and I get the feeling that if we just enter through the window, they're gonna call the cops on us. Because we're basically breaking in.
You know what they say. If I can't see them, they can't see me.
You can't see anyone.
Exactly. So I'm invisible.
Everyone can see you, though. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, damn it. But there's someone in the platypus bear.
I've noticed you because you keep pushing air towards the platypus bear suit. It's kind of interesting.
I've only pushed air to it once.
Yes, but you
Don't
really
exaggerate.
made papers fly towards it.
And it's air. You can't see air.
But we can see the papers moving in the room.
No, I specifically pushed the air only to the platypus bear. Making sure it wasn't noticed.
Still, if we just enter in, we just look like we're breaking in. We're basically showing us as criminals. Towards a reporter who can then send out the news.
Then how do you want to do this?
Enter through the front door and maybe, I don't know, tell them, hey, someone might be in your office.
And give the guy a chance to get out?
We should lure him out.
Or that, yes. One of us maybe tries to talk with Rank Lou about something.
Your snake friend.
I can technically burn the guy inside the suit. Yes. I can get him out of the suit. Yes, good idea.
So you're gonna smoke him out of the platypus bear suit?
If there's an opening, I can send my lizard in there and make it really hot to get them out the suit.
The mouth of a platypus bear when they're stuffed, they're most of the time opened.
Can you give me another?
It's going to be very difficult to have my snake just go in there unnoticed, and then
It's a snake. They don't hear it as a snake. Snakes are very quiet.
Yes, but it's red in a room full of brown stuff.
Also, what's a snake?
Oh yeah, a lizard snake.
It is an iguana snake.
This is an iguana snake.
But then it's still a snake.
This is true. This is
But
true.
it's also an iguana.
Snaking is also a type of movement where you just use your whole
Yeah,
body to move.
slither.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can send them in there.
You can give me a push for luck using your furry friend. Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Let's
right.
go for it again.
And just as we wait for this, you see that Ranglu stands up and like walks
Little
around as if
head.
he's stretching, and oh no.
Otherwise, I would have definitely helped
Yeah.
by
Ranglu,
using
like,
air to maybe help the so to make it a full hit. But yeah, it's going in.
Ranglu stands up, stretches, starts to walk towards the window a little bit. Three heads just duck down immediately. He doesn't see you. He goes back to his desk.
Oh.
Goth, please describe to me what it looks like and how you get your little furry friend, or not so furry friend, into the platypus there.
I just basically, it seems to be very responding to my pointing, so I just point towards the open platypus bear mouth and just send him on his way. I think he knows what to do.
You point towards the open platypus bear mouth, and you get like a single like blink, blink of his eyes before it scampers up through the windowsill, and you see it leaves like these tiny little like singed claw marks in the side of the building.
Okay, that's
Scuttles on in, looks up at this big, just platypus bear suit, and then goes scrambling up into the suit. And you wait for a second.
And now we wait.
You wait for a second. And then you see the platypus bear starts to move a little bit,
I think we got
as
it.
if there's something inside of it, like just sort of moving around, like trying to get away from something.
Hold. Hold.
And then all of a sudden, you see like some smoke begin billowing out of the platypus bear's mouth
Oh, I think we better stuffing.
before a person jumps out. And you can see that like their shoes, the bottom of their pants is like a little bit singed. And what the person who jumps out of the suit is very light. They're very skinny. You see that they're dressed in what is not new clothing, but it is very clearly nicer clothing. Like it's stuff that would last. It's stuff that you could use over and over again. You see that they have a belt that sort of crosses around their waist and then crosses up across one of their shoulders. And stuffed into it are tiny little like wires, gears. There's like a set of screwdrivers at one point, along with some things that look very similar to the fire device that you had found at the scene of the crime where Delise was attacked.
Mhm.
They have hair sort of pulled back into they have hair pulled back into a ponytail, which you can see the bottom of is just singeing ever so slightly.
Smells
Before
like
they
burning
get up.
hair.
Yes. Before they get up and sort of whip back around to try and like pat themselves down and make sure whatever that thing was isn't on them anymore. Tufan, you hear a heartbeat kick up. They're very clearly agitated at this point, that mysterious sixth person. However, you've not heard them say anything yet, so you're not able to identify who this person would be. Upon seeing a person jump out of a platypus bear, you see Ranglu at the desk sort of immediately scoots backward, jumps up a little bit, and you see that he raises his hands in front of him. You could give me any sort of assess the situation if you want to know any more about that. But after
Sure.
a moment, yeah, go ahead. But after a moment, he seems to sort of, hey, what are you doing in here?
I missed, but because of my technique, my what is it? My playbook move.
Mhm.
Life happens where you are. I'm going to ask and I think this one would be the fitting one. Does anything here belong to my past? If so, what?
Absolutely. Too fun. You notice that as Rang Lu asks, what are you doing here? The person begins to speak a little bit, and you hear that they make this little like nasally whistle before they start to speak.
Oh, clearly that's him.
It's the exact same thing that Vam used to do.
And as soon as I hear that, and I react to the answer of I answer to the question that she was saying, running from us.
Oh,
I'm gonna hold a moment as well. Gotham with a 10. What you would notice is the way that Rang Lu holds up his hands is very similar to some water bending techniques.
oh my god.
It's very similar to a couple of water bending techniques. He sort of spreads his fingers very specifically, which is an odd style that you don't see very much.
Tai Chi.
Mm-hmm.
And you
That's
also
where
see
water
that,
bending is based on Tai Chi.
and you also see that
But he holds his
has
fingers, so that's
very specific braided cords around his wrists that are common in Northern Water Tribe areas.
Did we see that somewhere else? I feel like I remember hearing something about braided cord.
yeah. We found that on Tufan's friend, the waterbender.
Right.
But we also found out from them that they are not that spiritual. So that being there was out
And
of.
if I'm not mistaken, he is not a bender. The
Oh.
one that we are looking at, yeah, the one we found now.
This one is a tech
Rang Lu-
guy.
Yeah.
Vam is in fact the tech guy. However, Rang Lu is the one holding up his hands. You've never seen
Yes.
him bend.
And your old friend, the waterbender we found as the ice spirit, who was now in
Yeah,
hospital,
that-
had another one of those cords.
Yeah.
With a full hit, I will also mention that you have heard about these cords one other time from the cabbage merchant that Shin was interviewing after the Probender attack.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever had gotten away there had these cords on. No, sorry, not whoever had gotten away. Whoever was standing in the courtyard was wearing these.
I noticed a tiny braided cord on Bin's sleeve. Okay.
Yeah. So, Tufan has spoken,
Mhm.
and
Um,
whoa, hang on. What are you doing here as well? Hang on. What's what's happening?
We are trying to find someone that stole a waterbending scroll, and I believe we found him.
I don't know what you
And I'm
mean.
just pointing somewhere. I don't even know if I'm pointing correctly. But
Let me just point.
can
There we
you
go.
adjust my hand?
Yeah, there we go. That's them.
I don't know what you mean. Tufan. Why would you say something like that? You know your humor's never
Do
been
I
great.
sense the scroll on him? Did I sense it when
No,
I
you
was...
don't sense it on him.
I'm going to check the shoes.
The shoes?
Yeah,
Mhm.
if these are the tracks.
Yes.
In that way.
These, in fact, are the shoes that left the tracks.
Come on, man. We've been following you from our old hideout.
In the secret
Just
tunnel.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the
And,
distance, you hear a track start.
Yeah, well, we know, yeah, Secret Tunnel became a
single
worldwide hit. That band has world fame, but we're not going to use that now. I mean, it is in the future, so who knows?
Would anybody
And
from
you're
that
a radio
band be alive?
No, but hey, we still listen to music from bands or singers that aren't alive anymore
Just saying.
in the
Still
real
listen
world.
to pieces from the 1800s. So yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, we still listen to Mozart, and
Yeah,
fair enough.
he's dead for I don't know how long. I
just-
still listen
Math.
to David Bowie,
Yeah.
and sadly he's dead.
I don't see what you mean, Tufan. I mean, I don't have it. You could check my pockets if you want.
I know you
And-
don't have it, but I also know you took it.
You all see there is a glow that starts in the platypus bear's mouth.
Oh boy.
Oh shit! Fuck. Sorry. How do I get it back? I don't know. I never trained this. Clap my hands, hoping
And then
the iguana snake.
you
comes in.
see a little scaled head sort of peeks out and it's holding this golden metal tube in its mouth.
Come.
Yeah, I had a weird feeling that he would have left it in the platypus bear.
I know
Your,
that the
iguana snake.
comes back.
Pitter patters over the. Or it doesn't pitter patter, it doesn't have legs. Skips over the ground towards you.
There we go.
Okay.
Do you mind
we
as I
haven't found it,
hold out?
But our friend over there,
Mhm.
our scaly friend, has found it.
I hold out a hand towards God. Can I take a look at that real quick?
Oh yeah, sure. It seems to be air temple-ish, probably. I don't know.
You know,
I want to make sure
Carl
that
will know.
it's the real deal.
Carl
Yeah,
will know.
you could give me a rely on your skills and training, Karma.
Sure.
What did you say, Scoot?
Well, Tufan is just saying that he would know that Karma would know if it's real or not.
That's a hit.
Karma, you recognize that the tube Goth had handed to you is real.
Okay.
You would recognize that the scroll itself that was inside of it is real. However, they do now have little tiny, like, pinprick singe marks from, a completely unknown source. You'd never be able to track that down. You do notice one thing that is not fake, but does look a bit strange to you. On one of the corners of the paper, you see that there is a drop of ink. Like it fell from a calligraphy brush and just sort of ended up on the scroll.
Is it wet or is it like?
It's not wet. It's just, it doesn't strike you as something Janora would have accepted.
Mhm.
Are we in trouble? Karma?
Maybe. Have I ever read this scroll before or like looked through it?
Up to you.
I'd say I probably would have.
Yeah.
I would say maybe we already learned a little bit of the scroll. So you looked at it. I'm not able to because somehow
Okay.
I can't read.
Yeah.
Don't know why. It's really weird, but
Mainly
Yeah,
looking at the
would've-
scroll,
would've
does it
known.
seem like anything has been like I guess changed on it? Somebody forged part of it or wrote over it or
Having read this
messed with
before,
it.
you would notice that all of the forms are still the same. Nothing like that has changed. You don't see any things that are missing. You don't see any things that are extra. You do know that this scroll was made as perfectly as Janora could make it. And that single drop of ink, you don't think it was there before. Or if it was, you had never really noticed it.
I wonder. Have you been making copies?
I don't. What do you mean making copies? I mean, you have your scroll, right? That's all you wanted. You could leave now.
What can I use to?
I want to know if there is a way. 'Cause I'm not able to do it to be a truth seer like Toph is because I'm not an earthbender.
Yeah.
But if there is a way for my in my way as a blind person that has bending abilities to see if he's lying or not?
Give me a second. I'm gonna check your technique.
I was thinking maybe the sightless detection has something to be able to do.
Hmm. Sure, I'll let you roll it.
Well, it's not a roll. That's the problem with sightless. Or you want me to evade and observe roll?
Yeah, I
but
want you to evade and observe. Yeah.
Then let's see. I will do creativity then, because then I don't have any defects. It's a straight roll.
Oh wow! Look at
That's
that.
a full hit.
Hey,
There you go. You, as you're focusing Tufan, you know Vam, so you know a little bit about how they sound, how they act, especially when they're trying to obfuscate
Maybe his
something.
tells.
Yeah. And while you know that most of the tells you would usually go off of are, he squints his eye in a certain way and, the eyelid twitches, as you're listening to him, you hear that his nasally voice is just a little bit more stressed than usual. His breathing almost seems to purposefully slow down a little bit. And it's all these little things that make you think that, yes, this guy is lying.
Even when I can't see you, you are still such a bad liar.
Okay, and what if I did make copies? Is there a crime in that?
Yes.
It's still stolen artifact.
It's not stolen anymore.
Let's not get into that.
Who did you
Even
give
though
these
we
copies
got it
out to?
back, it's still stolen by you. That doesn't change.
Okay, if it's yes, okay, I stole it. And I made copies. I did not give the copies away.
Where are they?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You made them.
Tufan, you would know that he's telling the truth.
He doesn't.
How does he not know?
How do you not know? Yeah.
I made the copies, and they were not in the room when I got back. I got paid for them, and that's all I needed.
Which room is he speaking of?
The hideout.
Probably, yeah.
We are not.
Who do you know that might have wanted these?
Are you? Why would I tell you the person who hired me?
Because otherwise you are going away for a long time.
Yeah.
And you
otherwise,
can promise me that if I tell you, I won't.
well, you will still
Well,
be locked up for a while, but at least you will have a shortened sentence. Maybe if you just tell us who hired you. We are not the law. We are not cops.
There's an old commander.
But we have a connection to a high-ranking officer. So we could help you if you tell us the truth.
Ooh.
Or, if you work with us, they might be less likely to want to lock you up.
Or at least willing to...
For a time.
Lighten your sentence.
Yeah.
I want you. I want one of you, either you, Scoon, or you, Dawn. I want one of you to try to call out them.
Call out.
Or
guide and comfort. You could
on
actually
their principle.
guide and comfort, or call them out. Do one of the two.
Okay. Let's see here. If I shift my balance, the name and roll with their principal. I don't know what the principal is though. So I think guide and comfort's the only way to go.
If I would call someone out, I would lose my balance. Because I have
you
to
would shift it away
from center, which means I lose balance.
Yes,
I will try guide and comfort then, if I can.
Okay, go ahead.
Only got a
I
one
told you I
balance.
would remember that you were only one away from losing balance.
I'll see if I can do this.
It's gonna happen now.
It's gonna happen.
Big rolls, bad rolls, bad rolls.
It's not a big roll.
Oof, that's a miss.
Karma, you see that Vam turns to look at you, and he just sort of he cocks his head a little bit and goes, "You have no way to reduce the sentence, no matter if I say something or if I don't. At least if I don't say something, my employer still has faith in me for whenever I get out."
Or the cops are gonna try to get it out of you.
I don't know. If you manage to pass the end of your track, you lose your balance. You're obsessed with the principle.
The cops can try.
Yeah,
You think
I would.
haven't been arrested before.
I am willing to lose my balance for this.
Okay.
But
Do it.
the problem is, do I lose? Do I obsess over my principle to a degree that's not healthy during or after?
I think because you're doing that, that's why you're losing your
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
Because of this action, you start to.
Yeah.
So
then
I think
will lose
I
my
would say
balance.
during.
But I will roll then with reinvention for now.
Okay.
But I will. Do I have to mark a? No, I just shift the balance away from center, then name and roll with their principle.
Yes.
Their principle.
And I roll with reinvention.
Okay. Yes, their principle. However, Vam has the same principle as Tufan for this.
Also reinvention.
Yes.
Well, I have a full hit, but I would say I still need to roleplay a little bit of it. I don't know if you would allow, but
I would say that you can go with this full hit. You just have to roleplay it.
yeah, dude, what are you doing? Remember what happened all those years ago? Why I lost my sight?
Yes.
We said we would change.
And we did.
Stealing this isn't changing. Look at me. I'm reinventing myself. I found a way to be able to see without seeing. Why don't you use that tech savvy of yours for the greater good? You could change the world in so many good ways.
What do you think I've been doing, Tufan?
Stealing a waterbending scroll, a airbending scroll, and a waterbending.
And making copies so it can be read. Isn't that helping the world? Isn't that spreading knowledge?
Not the way you're doing it. Yes, letting people read the scroll is helping, but by copying it illegally and spreading it out illegally is not the way to do it.
So, what would you suggest, Tufan? You want me to change, but what does that mean?
Ask permission, at least. Go to Genora. Ask if you're allowed to maybe publish it. I mean, these scrolls are old. We want to preserve that as well. Especially because scrolls of airbending, we are lucky that people like me are back. They were massacred. Remember? The 100-Year War?
I remember.
Exactly.
And you see that Vam's...
For all time's sake.
And you see that Vam's shoulders slump ever so slightly. The stance that they had, one that was ready to sprint, though they weren't entirely sure where. You see that the tension sort of falls out of their knees, out of their calves. And they start just standing there. You can promise me there'll be a chance? now that you know it's been stolen?
I promise you, I'll do my best to be able to lighten your sentence if you promise me you would help people, maybe even work for Sato.
Sato.
Yeah. You could enhance the Sato mobiles.
Do you remember why I'm on the street, Tufan?
We know Mako. We have a good connection with Mako. Mako is good friends with Sato.
Look, I can promise I will try something else. I will not work for Sato.
Why not?
They've hurt someone I care about. It was an accident, but Mr. Sato never took responsibility. I see no reason why I should assume
Mr.
the new
Sato
owner
is
different.
dead.
I'm
Mr.
aware.
Sato is dead.
I am aware.
And his
I have no
daughter
reason
is
to
not.
believe that his daughter would take responsibility either. I will do something else, Tufan. It will not be that.
Remember, if I ever catch you doing something like this again, I will not be disgracious.
And you see that he nods once slowly. And Tufan, you get the very distinct sense that while he is grateful for this, and while he is grateful for what you will do for him, as he looks at you now, he sees a stranger more than he sees his friend. So, may I have the window, or should I go out the front door?
We will all go out the front door and we will take you at least to the police station.
Now, not to break up a nice moment and everything, as the other person in the room begins to speak.
Oh, yeah, you were here too. Sorry.
Hi, yeah, sorry. It was a very heartfelt moment, so I decided not to interrupt. I just figured I'd, mention, you could do that, but that's really bad on the radio station. I mean, to have the police come here in the middle of the day.
Well, that's why we would take him to the police station.
Yes, the police don't have to come here or worry about anything
Exactly.
that's going on here.
I see.
Honestly, I'm down for window.
But, I mean, we're already on the window. We could.
Karma, if you want to go out the window, go
I'm
ahead.
just saying,
but-
we did actually break into this place.
No.
This is
Yes,
true, you
no,
did. Wait, hang
the
on.
window
You're
was
telling your friend
open,
he needs to
we
go to
didn't
jail,
break
but you
anything.
broke into this building.
We have
We're
broken
still,
into a
we're
building.
still in the window.
And
I
we
think
didn't
there's
break
a
in
level
because
of
we
being-
haven't broken anything.
Yes, we're still on
We
the
entered.
scaffold
We
outside
did
the window.
half of a B&E.
Private property,
Oh,
right?
I'm inside.
Oh, you're inside. Okay, the rest of us are still. I'm on
We're
scaffold.
halfway through a
I'm
B&E
talking,
right
I
now.
went inside.
Mhm.
And I think we should probably just leave the way we came before things get worse.
Maybe.
Window sounds good to me. Also, we might still need your friend here for. Again, I don't think we have any other leads on who might have taken those copies.
That is true. So far, we
Yeah,
just know that these
but-
copies are being made. That's it.
Since it is still a running investigation, and we have Mako on our side, he will help us.
Probably.
allow us to still talk with my friend here.
Hmm.
Who are you saying that to? You saying that to?
To you
Us.
guys.
Oh,
I still can't
see.
believe you have Mako on your side.
Not really on our side. We're just informing him on what's happening.
So you're a snitch.
No,
We're
because we're
just-
not involved with it. We're just looking at it. See, if we're working with you, and then we would then bring it to the cops. Then we would be snitches. Now we're just innocent bystanders reporting on whatever's going on.
Yeah. We are just
If-
part of society.
We're just bystanders reporting to the police like we're supposed to do.
Hmm.
I changed in all these times. I had to. Of the entire group that we had in the past, I had to make the biggest change of all.
Yeah, you have to stop looking and start.
Well, I
I'm
didn't
not
choose
good
to
at
stop
sayings.
looking, but
Yeah, no,
it did stop.
I tried to come up with some sort of clever way of saying.
No, it was
You
good.
had to expand.
We get what you're going for.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
So, window?
Window.
Yeah, window. Come on.
Sorry to bother you. Didn't mean to.
Yeah.
No, this was
sorry.
quite engaging. I'm very entertained right now.
Great.
Yeah, but,
Wonderful. Glad you enjoyed that.
Do you mind if I
One,
report on this tonight?
Don't
No,
mention
do.
our
that's
names.
what I wanted to ask. Could you please not?
Yeah, you can
Why
talk
not?
about the disturbance. Just don't mention names.
Yeah, please. Don't.
That's fine.
Hold on.
Just
Hold on. So what you're telling me is you're about to go and turn this man in to the police station for doing a thing, despite having fully gotten away with it other than you three. But now I've caught you breaking into the radio station I work at, and I'm not allowed to say anything? Wouldn't I be
You
doing
say
my civic
things.
duty?
Yes, you are allowed to say anything, but we do not give you permission to use our names.
That's not how this works if you were a criminal.
I'm not a criminal.
You
We're
broke
not
into my
criminal.
office.
We
The window was
investigated.
open. Nothing has been broken.
We did enter uninvited.
Yes, but I believe they call it breaking and entering. I just did the entering. I never did the breaking.
So trespassing.
Yes, that's.
Isn't this a open, a public building?
This is not a public building now.
Hey, just out of
probably
curiosity,
the lobby.
what
the
would you
lobby
say-
is not the back window and scaffolds.
Correct.
what would you say to somebody who you wanted to enter this place?
What? No, are you trying to trick me into inviting you in like vampire rules?
Those were some good movers, though.
Maybe.
They were some great movers. I'm so
Yeah,
glad
exactly.
you enjoyed them.
Yeah.
I hear that
Yeah,
they're
which
actually
is
making a new one soon called the Wolfman. You might enjoy that one too.
Ooh. Check it out.
Well,
Sorry, the Badger Wolfman.
Badger Wolfman.
Is there
Wow.
also going to be a listening story about that? Because well, you know.
Actually, that's a good idea. Because we already have the dialogue. We could probably hire another person just to narrate over top of it to describe the visuals. Ooh,
What if
then
you
we can put
had?
movers on the radio. I quite like that.
Yeah, or maybe movers that has audible description.
Yeah. I'll bring that up in the next board meeting. I quite like that.
I give you permission to use my idea.
Once again,
If
Thank
you
you.
do not
In
report.
exchange for
In
not
In
saying
exchange.
names.
Yes, make a deal.
Hey, if we can put a spin on something bad to a good thing, we do that.
I want one of you to roll me a plead check because this is really funny.
Okay, I will.
Somebody else do it.
Yeah, go for it.
But-
I'm not,
Too fun.
I'm not
My harmony's
good
garbage.
at it, but
But so far you're making the deal. So yeah,
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you got this, man. It's all you.
I'll help though.
It is
I'll
not
help.
a
So
very big minus that I have on it, so let's hope.
I'll still help for.
Oh goodness.
You know,
Never mind.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
window.
Okay. So I will mention your name when it comes to the idea for narrated movers, and then I will mention your name for the breaking and entering, or I guess just the entering. Yes. This works.
Please don't mention our names.
Okay.
So we also don't mention
Could
maybe
you-
the
could you
bending
not
style
say
that you're trying to
breaking?
use right here.
Maybe just say entering, because that's all that really happened, right? We just entered.
Sure, I'll just say the entering and the trespassing, of course.
Trespassing.
But anyways, did you want like were you doing anything else here, or was it just it?
Literally,
Just this
it's
man in
just
my
for this
office.
guy.
It's
just
just
for this
chasing
guy.
him, and because we found
Perfect. I have
clues.
no further questions. I'll be seeing all of you.
Oh, like
I
in
won't.
court or just
Probably. I don't know. I don't think so. Because the whole entire pro bending stuff is done for now, so you're not going to be reporting on that. So
Well, I mean, the next exhibition match is next week.
what?
Yes, they never got canceled.
does this conflict with what we know? I thought.
The
No.
championship was all done for.
You know that the championship, the formal season, got canceled. The exhibition matches did not.
But we don't play in those exhibition matches.
No, but you do know of at least one person who does. The third airbender, who is a pro bender. I have to very quickly check what their name is.
Steve.
It's not Steve. This is a person in canon, so I have to get this right. Rinzin. Rinzin, who was one of the people who trained a lot, looked up to Delise a whole lot, and wanted to be the first person in one of the official competition matches.
Mhm.
They are currently in the exhibition league. They didn't get scouted for any of the main teams.
Got it. Oh. Hey, a sidebar. Maybe we should like warn
Probably.
him about that.
Because I have a feeling that's going to go very bad for any airbender who tries to play.
Kind of sounds like
Pro
we have a time limit now.
Yeah.
And I have one question about because of the things of my playbook.
Yeah.
Me lashing out to our bad guy here.
Yeah.
Would you say that is a lash out at a friend for me?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Yeah.
That means I can add another check mark to my angry.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Because to clear angry, lash out to a friend.
that's fair.
So I still need to do that 3 more times, but still.
You need to get angrier.
Yeah, we need
Well,
to have
no,
you lash out people.
I have to, if I want to clear one of the wounds that I have, I need to clear them 5 times
Oy,
in total.
so many.
And I only cleared afraid once and angry twice. And
Fair
I
enough.
never did anything for my guilty.
Uh-oh.
But do you need to for guilty again?
Make a personal sacrifice.
Ah, I see. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I'll be seeing all of you later. Ta-ta.
Sure. Just
Yeah, I think we should just go. I don't think we're getting
Yeah,
anything else out of this.
I'll just go over there. And I'm walking
Hopefully window.
backwards. Maybe stumble over the windowsill and
How high's the window? Wait, are we falling?
No,
Well,
there's scaffolding right under it. You're not falling.
Okay, I'm like, holy
no,
shit.
but since I'm
Tumble.
blind and I'm walking backwards, that makes
Yeah.
me technically double blind because even though I'm blind, I still don't have eyes in the back of my head.
but you
But,
can
know,
sense.
I wouldn't fall.
You can
You
sense.
can sense that there's an open
I could
window.
just use airbending.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You can sense that there's something going on
We exit the window.
Does he
with
do that?
the
Why am I
old
forgetting
friend.
my own name, friend's name?
Yeah, fam.
Ma'am?
Vam, you coming?
Yes, I'm already here. Do you fall out of windows often?
Well, I am blind.
Honestly, I fall out of them more than he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
Sure.
Yeah, she does. I've been training with her for the last few years after got an airbending
I think I'm
skills.
at like 3 now.
I would suggest not copying the falling out of windows.
But it's kind of fun.
I never saw it, so
Fair. As you guys begin walking them down to the police station, I would like to pause for a second because you have completed Act 2.
Oh boy.
Yay! Could you, Scoon, for me, please open up the book and read us out the options for the third act?
why would I open the book when I have the campaign worksheet here?
Never mind.
Because you're prepared.
I'm prepped. Okay, the one we will not choose because that we said that we did that for last season, is that we saved or rescued an ally from a powerful figure. So we can choose: we fought and barely defeated a powerful foe, we narrowly escaped capture by a powerful foe, or we were saved from powerful foe by an ally to their own detriment.
I mean, I kind of just want to fight a powerful foe. I think that's
Yeah, now we have a feeling that we're going to go after whoever is stealing these.
I think-
yeah,
I think
airbending
the
scrolls.
plan is figure out who stole the airbending scrolls,
And
or
take
who
them
stole the
down, yeah.
copies.
But would we say
Stop
then we
them.
fought and barely defeated?
Pretty much.
If that's what it takes.
I think that's fitting.
Or we were saved from the powerful foe by an ally to their own detriment?
I think it would be cooler
Which
if we
could
did it.
make it so that maybe even Mako would end here. Because even though we make it canon in our story, this isn't canon in the actual Avatar canon.
And we kill Mako.
And then we kill Mako. We're breaking canon by murdering.
We're breaking canon by killing one of Team Avatar.
I did
My
read
vote's
the comics,
on we
Alright.
fight a powerful foe. And
Yeah, we fight a
barely
powerful
win.
foe and barely defeat them.
Okay, so
Fair
that's
enough.
the one we choose. Act 3, we fought and barely defeated a powerful foe. And the powerful foe will be the one that is behind all this shit.
Probably.
Then,
Elise has a secret powerful foe that they're just gonna throw at us at the end.
well, see, here's the funny thing.
We've read it.
As you all begin escorting Vam to the police precinct, just as soon as you get onto the first sidewalk outside of the radio station, you watch Vam freeze in their tracks.
We're going this
Vam?
way.
And they're shaking. And Tufan, you would be able to tell that their muscles are flexing and releasing and desperately trying to fight. For some reason, they're not moving.
Everybody
What's
feels
wrong
a
with him?
gust of wind
Uh-oh.
coming from me. As in, I am immediately checking if, because of my airbending, I can sense a bloodbender nearby.
As you do this, Tufan, you feel in the wind a pair of braided cords around someone's wrist that jingles ever so slightly with embellishment. You're able to pinpoint that it's away from you and a bit higher in the air than like ground level. But because you basically went for the broad scope, you only know the distance from you and not the direction. And as you wait, you see blood begin to pool out of the ears of Vam
Oh boy.
before they slump to the ground unconscious. And that is where we will end our game session for today.
Wow.
Oh boy.
All cliffhangers. Damn.
There's a bloodbender. Oh no.
Dead.
Well, I mean, you are a horror game
Yeah.
master, so
As Nalise likes to remind us all the time.
yeah. Wow, that was a good one.
Look, I like to think I have range, but also I like the horror. Sometimes you just gotta sprinkle it in. It's a little bit of
fine.
spice.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I have fun with it.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
then we would have the growth.
Yes, I would like to do our growth.
Yay!
Well, at least I will have a advancement because I only need one question yes, and that I bet that's going to happen. Wait, after this we will have a rest. I hope.
Yes, you will.
Okay,
Well,
because
actually, sorry. Do you all want to immediately jump into action to try and find this bloodbender?
I mean, if somebody just drops in front of me, yeah, I kind of would.
Yeah, same.
Regardless
of
no
the
rest.
I would be the one. I would bring Vam to a medical facility at least.
I mean, we're near the cops, so we can bring it to them, and then just we have them.
We
For
are
emergency,
still
whatever.
on the sidewalk of the radio station.
Yes. So what you could do, I'm going to give you two options here. Option one is you take Vam to the nearest like first response area, and you could have your rest. However, the bloodbender would likely get away. Or option two, you start pursuing them now, but you do not get a rest, and you do not get to take Vam anywhere.
And then I would still be off balance.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
You get to reset your balance.
After
I
you
will
break,
tell
you
you, you get
reset.
to do that.
Yeah, pretty sure.
As
after you
it says with
your
lose your balance,
you can-
afterwards, when you've had some time to recover and recenter yourself, shift your center one step towards the principle you exceeded, and clear all your
Ah.
conditions of fatigue.
So
I think
you
that's
keep it
different
until
than
we
a
rest.
rest. I think it's just like time after the
Yeah, okay.
initial event. I think you can do it. I think it.
The only thing that doesn't clear
Clears
for me is
fatigue.
my conditions.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because that's playbook
Or
reasons.
my 4 fatigue.
Yeah, I'm also sitting at 4 fatigue because I tried to help
Gravity.
out.
We're having a great time
I'm
over here.
at
Oh
two.
no.
I almost had a
the
building
bloodbender.
dropped on me, and I'm still recovering from that.
So, well, then, what do we do? Are we going to immediately go after the bloodbender?
I think I would try, even if it puts me over fatigue. I think.
We would try at least.
Yeah,
It's a good way to
I
set up the third act.
might just focus on someone nearby and ask them bring him to a medical facility, and then we just.
We can
Yes,
also
I'll
do
say
that,
that
yeah.
you can do that.
I would at least try and help my friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
We promised
Yeah.
we would help, so yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Then, who would like to do their growth questions first?
I can do mine.
Go ahead.
All right, let's see.
Uh,
Did I?
I was going to say, can we start with your questions, your responsibilities, and your
Oh,
promotions?
responsibilities. Yes. Let's see. What are my responsibilities again? Protecting humanity from natural disasters and dark spirits, performing rituals, safekeeping records and relics. I think that one is one I have
I think you did that. Yep.
upheld today. So my balance gets shifted towards roll. I'm now at +2 roll. And I don't have any conditions to clear, but yeah.
Oh, wait.
Then the next
Just-
one is your burdens.
Never start a fight. Never deny someone. No. Ooh. I think I might have started to break that one today.
Uh-oh.
When we broke in, I was part of the hey, don't say our names gang. So I think that's a breaking of tradition.
I think it
Denying
is.
knowledge. Yep. Okay. Shift balance towards freedom. Underline a prohibition you broke. Okay. Cross it out. It doesn't mean anything to you to break it again. All right. I think something else happens when I break tradition. Yeah, I also mark growth when I do that.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And I discovered
Need to
something, but I'll
roll.
tell you when it's my turn.
And I need to mark. I actually do need to mark a condition. It's weird because I need to mark a condition, but I also cleared that condition because I did 2 things.
Incredible.
No, I did the roll thing first, so I would have condition now. I would feel, I guess, afraid. I think is the afraid of what would happen if we get our names blasted on the news for breaking into a building.
Sure. Go ahead.
So I have that. Shift my balance twice towards freedom. Holy crap!
Ooh. Oh no.
So
Oh, yes.
I'm back. I'm actually back centered because of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
GG. Then, the questions. I think I already know the answer to one of those, but one of these. But did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center?
Because of all the stuff I just did, yes, I am centered.
GG. Did you accomplish a feat worthy of your burden and tradition?
Kind of already did that for the collecting the scroll. But I don't know if that would count again.
I would let you count it here again because it's a different.
Right.
It's for growth.
Then that is one advancement I have earned.
Enjoy. And then, did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
No. Not yet.
No. All right. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
I think learning about the copies of the airbending scroll is something challenging.
Yeah, makes sense. Then, there you go.
All right.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go. And
Sure.
what I discovered is the broken playbook works almost the same as a masks playbook. Whenever, because I have with Wounds of the Past on the path, whenever you roll a miss, you mark growth. So I already got 2 growth because I rolled 2 misses today.
Yep.
Okay,
So
absolutely.
I took I raised the stat by +1. So now I only have 1 stat that is -1. So that's that.
Nice.
So at the and don't have anything I believe that is specific to my playbook. Not only yeah, I've got the angry cleared. Well marked. So did I learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? I wouldn't say that. No.
No, okay.
Did I stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? We did solve a community problem by capturing the thief.
Yep.
So that's 1. Did we guide a companion towards balance or end the session at the center? Well, I definitely didn't end at my center. I'm off balance, so I still need to shift it closer to the reinvention and go back to +2. So I'm still 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's really
It's a lot, yeah.
And but it's technically not a companion. No, I didn't guide it to the bus. No. Did I stop a dangerous threat? Yeah, we've already had that
Nope.
one.
But the last one, did you
My
get somebody
own-
invested in their own future?
Yes. I got my old friend invested in his own future.
Yeah,
I would say
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Then I'm back at 3. So I technically got a full growth bar in this session
Nice.
because of the miss rolls, and I raised my my harmony to 0. So now I still need to raise my passion to 0, and then I'm at least all 0s.
Then it's just luck of the roll. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's already luck of the roll. Then, Gothan,
Yes.
you next.
Uh,
Did you mark off any of your deeds this session?
I can't access my notes on my sheet anymore, so I don't know. But I know I only really have 1 more left, which is still show mercy or forgiveness to a dangerous person. But I did not do that. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the last one you had to mark is show mercy or forgiveness to a dangerous person.
Yeah, I just cannot see my notes anymore on the
Yeah,
sheet.
I also cannot
What?
see them.
I can see them.
Yeah, I just see main moves, train techniques, details, and growth, and then next to that should be notes, but I don't see that anymore.
Weird.
Just close my sheet, open it again, but no, nothing.
I've also not been able to see the notes all day. Luckily, they're not super necessary for me.
Yeah.
It's all.
Um,
You should be able to see it because there's nothing changed.
Yeah, no, that's kind of why I wonder what the hell's going on, because normally it's there, but
no idea.
And I see the notes.
Can I see the notes on my old character? No, not even on my old character.
Weird. I
Whatever.
see them.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties. Phoenix.
Yes.
Did Gothan learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
Yes, Ranglu is a waterbender, but a very specific kind of waterbender, because they're not just waterbending using Tai Chi arms, but their fingers. Which
No.
is
No,
not...
he's not a bender.
But he held his hands out like he was.
Yeah. But I believe
Tells me
Sokka also
something.
did that once and nothing happened, so...
But there's something going on with these little knotted hangers. Because your friend had one from the Northern Water Tribe. Ranglu has one from the Northern Water Tribes. They're used during spiritual, or not spiritual, but during meditation to clear their minds. So something is going on here with these things from the Northern Water Tribe.
Was Makwa from the Northern Water Tribe?
Yes, very much so,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, I'm thinking now that
Yes.
knowing the least,
And what
back.
Lenise said at the end, when you sense something, you also sense one of those hangers.
yeah,
So there's something going on here with those things.
the puzzle pieces are falling in place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finally seeing people connect things with red string, and I'm just going, yes, yes.
Excellent.
Excellent. So yes, there's something going on with the Northern Water Tribe.
Let me just Mr. Burns in the corner for a second.
Excellent. Smithers?
Did you express
Release
vulnerability?
the hounds.
Did you express vulnerability by admitting you were wrong, or that you should have listened to somebody you ignored?
I guess we kind of admitted that we were wrong by trying to break in and enter.
We didn't
Yes, I
break.
suppose.
No, we didn't break, but we did trespass, and we tried to say we're not trespassing because we're still out in the window. But yeah,
None of us are trespassing. Tufan
Yeah, no.
standing in the middle of the room.
in the middle of the room, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, we admitted that we should have probably done that in a
Fair
different way, maybe. I don't know.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center?
I'm still at my center.
There you go.
That's a full growth.
Nice. And then, did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Yes, that as well, because we stopped Van from copying more of these scrolls, and we also got the scroll back.
Fair enough. There you go.
So that's
Then-
one full growth plus another step. So yeah.
With that done, you guys will start Act 3, the final act of this little Avatar campaign, during our next session, where you start to take down and stop a powerful foe. I look forward to it.
Yeah, me too. So we will be back next week with this game, and apparently, and clearly, we are getting closer and closer to the end of the
Yes,
season.
indeed we are.
This was, I think, episode 7, and I was told I get
7.
12, so...
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
10 to 12 normally. That's what they always say with this. So if it's sooner, it's sooner. If not, also okay. But the story is the important thing. That's what I always
Yes.
say.
and it's ramping. It's picking up. Something going on.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's picking up. We are going to raid someone. Let's see who we are able to raid. Is anyone...
Phoenix, where can people find you?
That's what I'm going to do afterwards, yeah.
Afterwards, yes.
Oh, afterwards.
I'm usually waiting on school for the
Yeah.
transition. I know that.
You know what? Let's go and raid Easy Border after this. So, Phoenix, where can they find you?
They can find me here in the Discord server as well. Link should be coming up in the chat right now. I'm just waiting on it.
I hope.
The Discord.
Yes, the Discord. I can also be found on the Discord. Usually that's the transition to. Yeah, there you go. Then you can also find me usually in the old VODs since I've been here for a while. So yeah, check out those
Yeah,
VODs on the other YouTube channel.
Which I still need to update because I apparently forgot to place the old Dragonbane videos on it, so I have to add them as well.
Ooh.
Soon, Dragonbane on the YouTube channel. Check it out.
Well, it was already there, but I deleted that last one because one of those players left the game. Don, where can they find you?
You can find me on the Discord at Scoon's Tavern. You can also find me here on Wednesdays playing this game. That's about all I'm doing right now when it comes to online stuff.
Okay. And Melise, where can they find you?
You guys can find me usually on Sundays, not this next Sunday, but we should be back the Sunday after on my Twitch channel, Melise. You can also find me on Scoon Tavern's Discord server or over on YouTube. I have all of my old VODs where I play mostly Dungeons and Dragons at Melise RPG, which is a different URL than on Twitch.
And
They took my brand.
are you still using the 2014 rules or did you gone to 2024 rules?
I am still using the 2014 Player's Handbook rules with a whole hefty lot of homebrew that I've built up over the last 8 years.
That's the most fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I not too long ago acquired
Yes.
the 2024 Monster Manual. I still need the Dungeon Master Guide, and because this edition rekindled my fire for running maybe a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, because I feel that 2024 rules are back to focusing more on roleplay and less on combat, which I felt the 2014 version was too much combat focused, which I did not like.
It's always really interesting to me because, you know, D&D has a very strong history of wargaming.
Yes.
So seeing it move closer towards roleplay and roleplay heavy is like, I like this. I like this.
Me
a lot.
too. That's why it rekindles for me. So who knows? Maybe in the future we will have some D&D on this channel, even though I said I wouldn't do that.
You would not do D&D, so that's...
But
Tavern's coming apart.
People change. People evolve. I evolve. Like I also said, I would never do gameplay streams anymore, but I might do it. Won't be as much as this, of course, but sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna play D&D. You're gonna do gameplay streams. So he's gonna play Baldur's Gate 3, right? That's where this is going.
Yes.
They've recently added stuff to Baldur's Gate 3,
was
which they also added to the
actually
2024
play
edition.
No, sorry. I can't. I just can't say it. No.
Just saying, if you want to play D&D, I can and will run Curse of Strahd for the 1000th time. I fucking love running that.
It's a good game.
module.
Can I play a lawful good paladin, please? I'm begging.
Well, first, before you
mean
can run
half the
that
characters who play Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
before you can run that Dawn, we will shortly have to talk about Lancer because this game looks like it will not be going on too long because it's close to the end.
Oh man, I haven't even
I hope
I haven't
we
even
wrap up.
opened my Lancer notes. they're collecting dust somewhere.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I already know we have one new player that wants to join Lancer. She did say that she would cut her arm and leg off just to be in a Lancer game.
Oh,
That's great.
I hope that's not necessary.
It's been a while since I've played.
No, I
Depends.
said
They
that
can play a
it's
super
very
soldier
hard.
with the missing arm and leg.
She loves it apparently. So
It's
we
it's
will
really
be back
fun.
next week. I'm
Yes.
going to we're going to raid my old my streaming friend Easy Border. I've already met him once on TwitchCon a few years back, and he's also a Dutchie. Well, I always make the joke he isn't the Dutchie because he is from Limburg,
Oh,
which is Belgium.
yeah.
So I hope you guys had fun. We will be back next week, and I believe this Sunday is the new Come on, my mind is going. Is a new Fallout game that I'm in, and I'm running. If I'm streaming it on my channel, but it's run by RX Oliver.
Mhm.
It's a new story, but still in the same timeline as the other ones that we've had. So go and watch that as well, of course.
Nice.
Nice.
And we will see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Ciao.
Peace.